goals. Talking border security, cooling inflation, the economy, and that brings us to the data today that matters. The latest GDP report, 4.3%, shows the economy grew much stronger than economists expected, the fastest pace in 2 years. Let's bring in an expert, Patrick Mueller, RFC and president of Bella Advisors. Patrick, welcome back.
Great to be with you, Alicia.
Good to see you. So President Trump, he quickly responded to the new numbers today. He saying in part, Q3 GDP data is the result of good government and tariffs. Is he right?
I think he's absolutely right, because we've seen a big surge of exports going on, which has definitely helped. And I think we're going to continue to see more of that longer term. We're definitely going to see, Alicia, we're going to see a pullback at some point from the tariffs and inflation and the cost of goods coming in from overseas. But I think that will soon be overshadowed of us now being able to start selling into other countries that we weren't able to sell into before, which I think is just going to be massive moving forward.
Yeah, you're right. Well, consumer confidence, however, that's fallen for 5 straight months. So explain that. Is that a red flag? Does it take more time for Americans to feel improvements as the data turns positive after, as we know, the affordability crisis we were in not too long ago?
Hopefully what we'll see as the GDP is rising, we start seeing wages starting to keep up with that momentum, which I think with bringing jobs back from overseas, I think we're going to start seeing that. But it's so tough because over the last few years, the price of everything has really doubled in the last few years. And you're really seeing that in the debt numbers. We've got credit card debt at all-time highs. You've got people that are refinancing out of their awesome mortgages of 2% and 3%. Sounds like a dream right now, into 7% and 8+% mortgages just to get cash out to try to refinance their debt or try to keep up. And those are the numbers I think people should really start paying attention to. But
debt is high, especially credit card debt. But what about the defaults? Yeah. Defaults have decreased.
Yeah, I think you're going to start seeing a swing around on that. If you look at the commercial markets right now, the commercial markets are really getting hammered. And I think you're going to start seeing that in the housing market as well. You're going to start defaults starting to go back up again here in the near future. So just be watching that.
Yeah, that brings us to interest rate cuts, possibly. GDP, strong as of, today. Inflation's sitting around 2.7%. How much room does that give the Federal Reserve to cut rates again?
I think the Federal Reserve has a lot that they could be doing. And like Trump has been saying, like, if the economy is so good, why do we need to be so concerned about interest rates, keeping interest rates high? And that's a good point. Why don't we want things to be thriving? The bigger issue when it comes to Jerome Powell, it's been the printing of money, which is all the inflationary problems that we have been having, is that the solution to everything has been printing more money. We'll just print more money, and that just dilutes everything. So that's the bigger underlying issue. When it comes to interest rates, Powell said that he'll cut interest rates probably one more time this coming up year, and that will be about it, and we'll see where things are going to be going longer term. So until Powell is out, I don't see much more than that. So it'll be interesting to see.
Not too far away. Also, those promised big tax returns, not too far away either. Patrick Mueller, RFC, president of Bella Advisors, thank you, and have a very Merry Christmas, my friend.
You too, Alicia. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.